Okay, YouTube, here goes the hitch for the bus. I just cut a piece of 1x4, 1 inch thick. Chris has got it figured. I don't have to worry.
It's overkill, but we wanted the 1 inch. And then you just need a 1 inch sliver of that.
Okay, so all I'm doing is cutting this stuff. I'm out of this project.
Now then you're gonna drill holes.
Oh, okay, then I'm gonna drill some holes. Anyhow, this is a hairy part that I'm glad I have help with.
Your receiver tube is 2.5 inches back in center, 21 32nd holes all the way through. The flat bar, we're going to do 3/4 in, 2 inches from each end, and 12 inches off of center, 1/2 inch hole. So then we'll bolt 4 bolts there, and then that'll get welded along that, and along this edge.
Okay. I checked both directions too, so that's
Put that on there. So these plates right here are going to be the gussets. So we need a 1 or to 1 1/8. It could even be 1 1/4. You might look at the hooks on the safety chains on that.
Oh, okay.
And let's just see what we need to put in there for the holes, and then we're gonna cut it there, nip that corner, and then I'm gonna bend that a little bit, and that'll be my gusset there on the end. That'll go there. Then our 2 little gussets and tie downs will go right there. Then we'll tack it under there, drill our holes, bolt it, make our tabs and bolt it. And then with all them bolts in, we can hook everything up and see if we're going to be where you want it before we weld.
Oh, okay, perfect.
I'd rather you move bolt holes than have to cut all the welds loose.
For certain.
So that's what we're going to do.
Okay, I'll go fix the gussets.
Let's get the bus in here and we'll get it up there.
Awesome.
And for you YouTubers, unless you have a 300 amp welder, don't try to do this. It's 1 inch plate. You guys are hobby guys with these 212 and 220 amp machines. Not big enough, not safe. So either have a shop do it or make sure you have the correct machine to do it.
That's awesome, man. I have to say, that went down so quickly, I couldn't jump around fast enough to catch it all. Damn, that's awesome.
So then we'll clamp that under there, we'll put a couple tacks, and then we can drill them holes and then make our tabs.
And we can check the alignment. That's awesome. I don't think that thing's gonna go anywhere. Now you can sleep good at night.
Paint the bitch. Yes, now I can sleep good at night.
So Chris wasn't comfortable without. He only welded it to this outside bumper just as a little extra. There's no way you could rip it off of where we're at here. We're on the rear C-frame. There. Now you can see that C-frame, the main frame across the tail end of the bus. It's removable. It's bolted into the main frame. And we bolted to it across there in 4 spots. So if we have to, we just take out those bolts and take off that bolt right there that holds the bumper on, and we could remove that hitch. Hey guys, I intentionally put the bus in this dip here. And then I got down there and measured and checked the clearance on it. And the tow bar is 1 inch above where the drag hooks are. So I think this all fell into place and came out perfect. Okay guys, so the next thing we got to do is figure out how to make the hookup here to the pickup. So let's see how this goes. Okay. So those things go on like that. That's what makes this thing so unusual or so cool, because
you can move it.
You're totally off center.
Yeah.
And when we pull away, it's gonna go snap, snap, and snap into place. Guys, just clip onto there. Okay. And before we go crazy, we gotta go nice and easy and make sure that these are long enough. These might not be long enough. Okay, YouTube, so we can see that we are able to hook up. The bars aren't snapped into place because we still haven't even put the truck into flat tow mode yet. We know it has it, but we haven't engaged it yet. So, but the other part of the story is, for the flat tow bar, they want you to be the center of this point and this point, if it was dead flat, would be perfection. But they show in the specs 3 inches above or 3 inches below. 18 3/4.
13 3/4.
4 inches.
Well, we missed it by 1 inch.
So the good part is that we're high. So if we were the other way and the pickup was higher and we tried to stop, besides the fact that it has an auxiliary brake that will be in it, but what could happen bad then is the pickup would try to climb up over the tow bar. In this scenario, as the pickup pushes into the back of the bus, which it shouldn't do again, as I said, because we're going to have the brake in there. But anyhow, it'll try to lift the back of the bus. It'll try to push this up. I just missed it by an inch. I don't know if I should be worried about that. But the first thing that comes to my mind is just throw a lift kit on this and lift it up 2 inches. Give us more ground clearance when we're out goofing around and bring us into the parameters on this. I don't know, but Chris did a super awesome job of fabricating that tow bar. Man, that thing is like 20,000 pounds strong. So I'm really grateful for that. And I think this is a good place to end this video. That, you know, the next thing I got to do is get the wiring figured out and get the braking system into the truck and actually put the truck into flat tow and learn how it works. Anyhow, I just had a super awesome day. I had help from friends. Everything came out roses. Beautiful receiver on the back of the bus. So I hope you have a greatest day as I did and you have lots of love in your life. Catch you in the next video.